A 3-day adventure in the middle of November, described in a little poetic way. Since the beginning of the year, I dreamed of hiking in the Alps and was so excited when Mike and I decided to finally do it. We planned to sleep in the car, which meant we needed to pack comfortable for the night. We packed warmly, layers of thick blankets, jackets and hats, knowing it would get very cold. When we were getting ready to pack the air mattress, we discovered it was defective. That's when Mike had the glorious idea to just put an actual mattress in the car. We had never done that before, but it turned out to be a total game changer in terms of comfort. Our journey began with Neuschwanstein Castle as our first destination. After Mike drove five long hours, we fell asleep at 2 a.m. only to wake up at 6:30 to chase the sunrise. In the darkness, with just 4 hours of sleep, we climbed that damn mountain. It was quite an adventure, reaching our beloved viewpoint from 2 years ago, as it was technically closed. They had not salted it yet. So you can probably imagine the joy I felt when we found a way, just in time, to watch the sky turn pink. Surrounded by mountains, with fierce trees covered in white, Mike and I couldn't help but smile like idiots, completely in awe of it all. Everything was quiet. It was just us and this incredible view. We left the spot an hour later as I started to feel cold and hungry. Back at the car, we prepared the bread rolls we had packed and enjoyed our breakfast with the heated seats warming us up. We were completely exhausted, so we climbed into our cozy car bed and slept until noon. By then, the parking lot was packed, and I can only imagine how funny it must have been for other tourists to see us snoozing away in the car. The sunlight streaming through the windows of the car woke me up. And I don't know why, but I was bursting with energy. So I told Mike I had to get out and start walking. He just laughed, kissed me goodbye, and wished me luck. With my backpack over my shoulders and my camera in hand, I set off toward the lake from the first photo in the morning. I hiked for about an hour, covering 3 kilometers, and I have to say that the transition from cold winter to sunny autumn, due to the sun only covering parts, is extremely beautiful. The cold air, the changing colors of the trees, and the dip in temperature. It was a perfect moment to pause, take it all in, and be fully present in the beauty around me. After returning to Mike, we immediately decided to crawl up that damn mountain from the morning again to reach Neuschwanstein Castle. This time we took the route through the trees, which was more exhausting than the other route, but definitely more rewarding. Every now and then, I like to turn around to see the path we've come along. It always offers a fresh perspective as everything looks so different from the other side. This time, the view took away my breath. Red leaves on a frosted tree caught the light, glowing like tiny jewels. Behind them, a huge mountain was covered in white. Tall, dark trunks stood still and strong in the foreground, contrasting with the brightness around them. It's that perfect mix of warmth and cold. A peaceful winter hike you can almost feel in your bones. It's one of the most beautiful pictures I have yet taken. I played around with the light and loved how it looked when the sun was completely hidden behind the tall trunk. It kinda adds a strong vibe. It felt like we were the only people walking in such a blissful world of beauty. But after reaching the top, the place was crowded. Do never underestimate a beloved travel destination. We walked around and as sunset approached, we headed back to our beloved viewpoint. Mike pulled out 2 bottles of beer and we toasted to a great sunset. Watching the sun dip behind the mountains was quite nice to see, but once it set, the cold hit hard. We quickly packed up and ran down the mountain, eager to get into the warmth of the car. We spent the evening eating in a cozy inn, warming ourselves and making plans for the next day. When we found a good parking lot to spend the night, we climbed into our cozy car bed, watched a movie, and fell asleep at -3 degrees.